Are you interested to know about the 5 signs of fake religious or spiritual men who take advantage of women? These are religious or spiritual narcissists, narcissistic men. You cannot miss this video, especially if you're a woman, a spiritual or religious woman. Even if you are not spiritual or religious, you can watch this video because this video can save your life, can save you from such dangerous men. Even if you're a man, you can watch this video to recognize this type of fake religious or spiritual men in the spiritual or religious community. So if you're interested with this topic, stay tuned till the end of the video. Hi, I'm Radhika Lakshmanan. I'm a karma transformational guide, and I help people to break their karmic patterns using a unique hypnosis method. Now let's start. So before I start, I would like to give a disclaimer. Not all spiritual or religious men take advantage of women or belong to any of these 5 signs that I'm going to mention shortly. Okay, not all men. Now let's start. Number 1, using spiritual concepts or lingo to sleep around or to avoid serious relationships or to avoid relationship commitments. This man, these fake religious or fake spiritual men can belong to any religion, or even if they are not religious, they might be spiritual. Okay, so these men do not only belong to one particular type of religion, they can come from any religion. And many of them are usually spiritual rather than religious. Or they might be more involved in occult. Okay, so men, okay, this type of men, they might pretend to be extremely spiritual or religious. They might pray day and night. They might have in-depth spiritual or religious or occult knowledge or yogic knowledge or any religion, okay? Or they might attend all type of spiritual courses, meditation courses, ayahuasca courses, anything. They could also be a spiritual leader. Okay, they might pretend to be very spiritual or very religious. Okay, but deep down, these people are malicious. They have malicious intention. So, number 1, these men use spiritual concepts or spiritual lingo to sleep around with women, to avoid serious relationship commitment, to have an open relationship by manipulating the woman, not with mutual consent. They will manipulate or brainwash the woman to have an open relationship with them, or they might promise them a fake future, to marry them or to be in a serious committed relationship with them in the future by using spiritual concept. They might come up with terms like with spiritual concepts like nothing is permanent in life, no marriage is permanent, we should never control life, so we also should never control a relationship or love should never be restricted, love should never have any labels, love must be unconditional. Their definition of unconditional love is about sleeping around with multiple women okay, cheating on you, manipulating you, and having a free sex. Okay, so and then they might say that I'm only committed to God, my life purpose only related to God and spiritual awakening or enlightenment, hence I'm not interested with a committed relationship. Okay, fine, so why are you playing with the woman's feelings? Am I right? Then he might come up with another spiritual concept to justify it. I'm having this sex is something very pure, it will help us to be enlightened, I'm using the tantra way to be enlightened. However, if you really observe them carefully for a long time, none of these men would have attained any types of spiritual progress or awakening or enlightenment. They might have bookish knowledge, they might have lots of book knowledge, okay? However, they don't have wisdom, they're extremely immature. They're very selfish. They might pretend to be very kind and very sweet and might love bomb you in the beginning of the relationship. Slowly, their facade will be exposed. Okay, so they will try to manipulate and gaslight the woman, promise them a fake future, such as like, let's just get to know with each other, let's not give a label to this relationship. maybe if I fall in love with you, then obviously I will be in a committed relationship with you, or I might even get married to you. You know, they might manipulate you or brainwash you. Okay, coming up with all sort of spiritual concepts. Okay, but they are extremely malicious. They look at women as sex objects. They only want to take advantage of you. Many of them are womanizers, sex addicts. They are not able to overcome their sexual temptations, but at the same time, they want to avoid taking any sort of responsibilities related to serious relationships. They are extremely immature. Even if they commit to you, even if they are committed, they are in a serious relationship, or even if they get married, they will be extremely emotionally immature, and they will never take responsibility for anything. They will never take accountability for their mistakes, and they are very abusive. Some of them could be physically abusive, many of them will be emotionally abusive. If you try to walk away from them or break up with them, they will manipulate you, gaslight you, try to tempt you. They will definitely cheat on you. They will definitely cheat on you. And then put the blame on you. Or they might use some spiritual concept to justify their cheatings. Some of them might be mummy's boys. They might be extremely sweet to their mothers. Don't fall for that. Many narcissistic men might be very loving to their mothers. Only some of them are very mean to their mothers. Some narcissistic men are very loving to their mothers. So do not immediately come to a conclusion that just because he's very loving to his mother, that he will be loving to you too. No, that's not true. Okay, that's not true. Many of them might be excellent in narcissist. Okay, whether it's a woman or man, narcissistic woman or man. Sometimes they might be excellent, perfect daughters or sons, but they will be terrible life partners. Number 2, high authority, misusing power. Now earlier in point number 1, those men took advantage of women romantically. Okay? Now in the second point, this type of men take advantage of women using their power and position. These men might be spiritual or religious leaders, some sort of spiritual or religious leaders, and they can belong to any religions. If he's a spiritual leader, they could be some sort of healer, Reiki healer, yoga master, occult teacher, meditation teacher. Now, not all yoga masters are bad, okay? There are wonderful people out there, okay? So they will misuse their power to take advantage of innocent spiritual or religious women. How? See, many of these men, okay, many of these fake religious or spiritual men, who are in this leadership position, whether they are a healer, whether they are a yoga master, or whether they are some sort of religious leaders or spiritual leaders or gurus, or some sort of masters, meditation masters or something like that, they have high spiritual ego. They have inflated self-image. They feel that they are superior than others. Okay? They feel that they are God's neighbor. They feel that they are superior, more special and more unique than the rest of us, because they assume that they are more spiritually or religiously advanced than us. Maybe because of their book knowledge. They definitely don't have wisdom, okay? They might have memorized from some scriptures and regurgitated to you to make themselves look intellectual or spiritually advanced. Okay, so these men, they have high spiritual ego. Okay, they think they're superior. They think that they are God or God's favorite child. Okay, so these men also use spiritual concept to use women for sex. They also look at women as sex objects. However, they might use different religious or spiritual concept to manipulate women. What are those concepts? Now, they might say, if you have sex with me, you will go to heaven. If you have sex with me, you will get good karma. If you have sex with me, you'll be able to remove demons, negative entities from your life, or bad karma from your lives. Or some of them might try to make their disciples or followers to feel special. They will say that I and God have chosen you to have sex with me. You are very special. You should never say no to gurus, or you should never say no to a spiritual leader or to your master or religious leaders. That's what they will tell. That's what they will tell those women. That's how they manipulate them. They have deeply ingrained belief that they are some sort of special beings. Okay? They will manipulate those women, brainwash them, and make those women to worship them like God. And some of the women might be in love with them, However, this particular spiritual or religious leaders, they are not in love with them. They only look at them as sexual objects. Those women might be in love with them and might think that they are so special for being chosen to have sex with these leaders. That will give them, that will give them a credit to go to the heaven, or to get good karma, to get good merits. And many of them might be afraid to say no, because they are afraid of getting punished or going to hell or getting bad karmas. And many of these men who are in this leadership position, the spiritual or religious leadership positions, they will degrade women using religious or spiritual concepts such as women are not born to be enlightened, women are not born to be on the spiritual path or spiritual awakening, no woman can be enlightened, no woman can be spiritually enlightened, women are inferior than men. That's how they control the woman and suppress the woman and make them to be beneath them. Okay? And this type of men, they hate intelligent and wise women. They hate wise spiritual women. Someone who's spiritually awake. They will attack those women. They will degrade them. They will insult them. Because those women's intelligence and wisdom triggers their ego, makes them feel small in their presence. Many of these men are male chauvinist. However, in the public, they will pretend to be extremely kind, extremely compassionate, extremely meditative. Do not trust them. Number 3, emotional immaturity. This particular type of men do not have emotional maturity, which means they don't do deep, serious spiritual work or inner work or shadow work, which means they don't take responsibility to heal their unhealed emotional wounds and past trauma. They are not connected with their emotions. They feel uncomfortable with their emotions. And they refuse to acknowledge it. They refuse to take accountability for that. They refuse to acknowledge their deep-rooted fear, anger, lust. And they will do spiritual bypassing. Spiritual bypassing means using spiritual concepts to avoid facing the truth or the darker aspect of their life. They might be toxic positive. They'll be like, always focus on light, never be angry, nobody is trying to hurt you. Okay, always forgive everyone, but they will be hypocrites. They will have double standards. When you hurt them, maybe unconsciously, they will blame you. They will insult you, degrade you, or give you silent treatment, or manipulate you, or play victim. But when they do the same to you, they will come up with the spiritual concept to justify their actions. Always forgive everyone. If you try to express your emotions to them, if you try to share your problems with them, they will be very toxic positive. They will do spiritual bypassing. They will be like, never complain, always focus on positivity. They will never listen to your problems. And they will use spiritual concept to justify their actions. Emotions make them feel uncomfortable. So wise, confident women, or women who have emotional depth, will trigger them, will trigger this man's ego. Confident women's emotions make this man to feel uncomfortable, and they will feel small in those women's presence. They are not interested. This type of men, they might pretend to be extremely spiritual. However, they are not willing to do the deeper spiritual work, facing their misery, facing their negative emotions, healing those emotions, healing their trauma. They are not interested with any of those things. They only want to focus on the light, the woo-woo stuffs in spirituality. So they will constantly blame their partners in their relationship. They will never take accountability for their mistakes because they are very emotionally immature, and you will never be able to have an intimate, loving relationship with them. In the initial stage of your relationship, they might love bomb you, but slowly their facade will be exposed. You can never have a heart-to-heart communication, a genuine communication with them. You will never be able to feel safe with them. Many of them will be emotionally abusive. They manipulate you, gaslight you, deflect the blame onto you. If they ever cheat on you, they'll put the blame on you. They will say that you are the cause for their cheating. Being with them will be like walking on top of eggshells. Very unhealthy relationship. Okay, because these men, they have high ego, only this particular type of man. Number 4, earlier I mentioned that some of these men are only interested with lighter aspect of spirituality. They are not interested with the difficult part of spirituality. Am I right? Now there's another aspect here. Some other men who belong to the same category are definitely also not interested with emotional healing or doing deep spiritual inner work. However, they are interested with the darker aspect of spirituality or religion, such as occult, tantra, superpowers, black magic spells. This particular type of men, they use these occult powers or black magic spells to lure women, to take advantage of women, to entice women, to manipulate them, to control them, dominate them. They also control others, maybe other men, to destroy their lives, to control their lives. Now, I would like to say that not everyone who are involved in occult or tantra are malicious or are bad. No, there are some wonderful men who are also involved in tantra and occult, and they are wonderful people. They are very benevolent. They are kind men. They are kind men. However, many fake spiritual or religious men will get involved or will be interested with this darker aspect of spirituality and religion because they want to control others, they want to manipulate others, they want to destroy their lives. They will use occult, tantra and black magic to destroy other people, to have sex with women, to control women, to get money from others, to win elections. Some of them. Some of them will take advantage of the woman's money because they are very lazy to work. Some of them, not all of them. So they will try to take advantage of the woman's money or other people's money using this occult power. And they're very interested with these superpowers. They are very interested with all those superpowers because they want to feel special. And they will use it with malicious intention. Okay? And many of these men might be involved in drugs or any types of substances. And they're addicted to those substances, such as psychedelics. See, there are many people who are involved in psychedelics, but they are not malicious. However, this particular type of men, they are addicted to psychedelics. Like without psychedelics, they are not able to feel peace or calm or joyful. Any spiritual tools, okay, any spiritual substances or tools or methods are used as a means to connect with your higher self, to achieve high spiritual progress. Hence, you are not meant to be addicted to those tools. If you are not able to have any type of spiritual progress, joy or peace without those substances, you are basically an addict. You are not a spiritual seeker, you are an addict. Okay? Use tools as tools, not as masters. They are not your masters. However, this particular type of men, they will use all those substances as their masters. They will cling to those tools and substances. They will never connect with their higher self. They might pretend to meditate, very spiritual, will speak about compassion. However, they are extremely shallow, malicious, mean, narcissistic and selfish. And some of them are sex addicts. So, dear women, especially if you're a spiritual, religious woman, please, please, please do not fall for this type of men. Please recognize them for who they are. Please take note of the red flags that I've just mentioned. Especially if he's using spiritual concept to justify his actions. Okay? And if you are a man, please pay attention to this type of man and please protect other spiritual or religious women from this type of malicious men. Especially if you're a father, if you're a brother, if you're a friend or an uncle, whoever you are. Okay, so if you're interested with this more, I will make more videos about it. Let me know about it. Okay, so if you like this video, please don't forget to give me thumbs up. Please, please share it with others. Let them know the truth. Let me know what you think about these issues in the comment section. You can only comment if you follow me. Thank you.